Introduction: How to keep your resolutions. Most of us have a hard time keeping our resolutions, and in the end, we keep our bad habits. By understanding why we have such a hard time keeping our promises, you will be able to keep your resolutions. In this book, you will learn: why is it hard to keep a resolution, how to reduce bad habits, how to make micro-resolutions in your life, how to keep a micro-resolution in the beginning, how to formulate a micro-resolution, how do you trigger a micro-resolution. Our answers to these questions are easy to understand, simple to implement, and quick to execute. Ready to keep your resolutions. Let's go. Why is it hard to keep a resolution? We usually fail to keep a resolution because it is simply too ambitious or too broad and vague. For example, I want to get in shape by going to the gym. To keep a resolution, have a concrete idea in your mind of how to achieve it. With a starting point and an achievable goal. How can I reduce bad habits? Our habits and routines govern much of our behavior. And whether they are good or bad, they are very resistant to change. If you have the will to keep a resolution that goes against a bad habit, you will have a harder time installing it in your life than if you have the will to add a new positive habit to your life. The only way to break a bad habit is to cultivate mindfulness in the actions that go against it through micro-resolutions. How do you make micro-resolutions in your life? Micro-resolutions take your general resolutions, chop them up, and turn them into specific, practical plans that you can execute quickly. They are always explicit, concrete orders to follow. They focus on a change in behavior, not an outcome. For example, instead of having a resolution to eat less to lose weight, and your bad habit is to snack between meals, the micro-resolution will be to stop snacking between meals. The idea behind micro-resolutions is that they are so easy and doable that it would be absurd not to keep them. Plus, your micro-resolution gives you instant gratification by allowing you to know immediately whether or not it was kept. How do you keep a micro-resolution at first? In the beginning, it's not uncommon to feel confused or bored. Your brain simply needs time to adjust to its new habits. But after a few weeks, your resistance to these changes will begin to fade. And once a new habit is established, it sticks. You'll even be tempted to overload yourself with more and more micro-resolutions. Don't do it. Take it easy, no more than 1 or 2 at a time. For example, if you're having trouble stopping snacking between meals, instead of trying to implement this rule every day, just start on Monday and gradually increase the number of days. Once you have your new habits on autopilot, you can supplement them with other micro-resolutions. How do I formulate a micro-resolution? A micro-resolution is tailored to your individual needs and mindset so that it is easy to follow. There is no universal list. However, there are a few rules to follow. Rule 1. You must create a positive micro-resolution, not just an order. This will motivate you to implement it. For example, instead of saying, "I will chew my food more slowly," it is better to say, "I will enjoy my food," which has a more positive, pleasant, and motivating connotation. Rule 2. If positive framing is not ideal in a given situation, take a zero-tolerance approach. This allows you to resist specific pitfalls. For example, zero tolerance for not using the computer after 10 p.m. so you don't suffer from sleep deprivation. How to trigger a micro-resolution. Hearing, feeling, or seeing certain signals can cause our body to react in a certain way. For example, we pass by a vending machine and buy a snack to calm our hunger. We get into the habit of doing this. And even if you are not hungry one day, just seeing the vending machine will make you want to eat. While these impulses can create bad habits in you, you can also make it easier to set up micro-resolutions. To do this, find a landmark that will remind you to do your micro-resolution. The easiest way is to choose a specific time or day of the week. For example, every Friday morning, I will walk to work. Another way would be to graft your micro-resolution to an already established habit. For example, listen to an audiobook during your workout. Conclusion: in order to make changes in our lives, it is worthwhile to make small, measurable changes that put us on the path to improvement. If you like the summary, click on one of our partner links to discover Small Move, Big Change, Using Micro-Resolutions to Transform Your Life Permanently by Caroline L. Arnold in ebook, book, or audiobook format. And if you're not interested in reading further, we recommend you discover Stick With It, a scientifically proven process for changing your life, for good by Sean D. Young. Introduction: How to keep your resolutions. Everyone wants to improve, yet only a minority actually achieve their goal. The key is to understand how your mind works to help you create good habits that will last. In this book, you will learn how to set an achievable goal. What is the trick to maintaining a good habit? How to keep a resolution. How to motivate yourself to make a resolution. How to stop a bad habit. Our answers to these questions are easy to understand, simple to implement, and quick to execute. Ready to keep your resolutions. Let's go.